Hi guys, hi Ucrew Nation.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Wanted to give you guys another minute or so to jump on. Thank you for taking time out of your Tuesday. We appreciate you guys. We'll go ahead and slowly get started by introducing ourselves. My name is Dela Baldwin, and this is my husband, Jeremy. We work together as a team, and we are platinums in the company, and not stopping there. You know, this is only the beginning for us, even though we've been on this journey for some time now. Yeah. You know, we came into this business not necessarily looking at it from a business perspective, at least not for me personally. You know, I was in a really bad place in life when Jeremy was offered this opportunity with Paseo, and you know, definitely I can attest to growing pains and perseverance, and really just you know, getting into this business, sticking with it, and never quitting, because at the end of the day, the only way to lose in this business is by quitting. That's it. You have to have the grit through the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, the renew, staining and ruining your shirt moments. You know, the things that we went through from the beginning, you know, to really just make this something that is going to be life-changing for you.
Listen, guys, whenever it gets hard, there's going to be times, there's going to be ups and downs. Whenever it gets hard, always remember, you will never fail if you don't quit. So just don't quit. And eventually it's ups and downs, don't quit, boom. And it's going to, ups and downs are going to go like this. They're going to start like this, and they're just going to continue to climb and climb and climb and climb and climb. So you have to stick with it and never quit.
That's right. So a little bit of housekeeping before we really get started. We've got regionals coming up. If you are in Florida or surrounding areas in, near Orlando, California, Missouri, we've got some great events coming up. This Saturday, March 16th, we're going to have our lead regionals in Orlando. I hope to see you guys there. California, we've got Carlsbad on Saturday, March 23rd. And then we're going to be in, we're going to have another regional coming up in Missouri, in Ridgedale, on Saturday, March 30th. So guys, the importance of these events, you know, it doesn't matter where you are in your business, whether you're, you know, making thousands and thousands of dollars a week, a month, you know, you've got to get to these events, find a sitter. I mean, I've even seen some dedicated brand partners bringing their kids with them, you know, switching off with their husbands, taking turns, you know, coming in and out. It's you've got to stay close to the fire to keep your business building, keep your business moving. So get to these events, carpool if you have to, plan it like you would anything that's important to you. Get there. It's powerful, powerful business tool, and a way to, you know, grow and just build your belief, create momentum. You've got to get there. Ladies, we've got our Women of Vision event coming up in April on the 26th and the 27th. Men, if you jumped into this business solo, or you did it, you know, you're working it by yourself, encourage your significant other to come to this event. It is going to change lives. The Women of Vision it's just a really powerful weekend for, you know, us ladies to get together, fellowship, and really strategize. And, you know, statistically, you know, you've got some of these guys that are really cranking out and building big businesses, but ladies, we rule this space. I'm not going to lie. If you are even slightly second guessing yourself when it comes to this business, you need to be at this event. You need to really get in the trenches, pick up some nuggets from some of the amazing women that are going to be presenting, and really just come in with, you know, open mind, open heart, open ears, and you know, you really just got to get there. It's going to be powerful business tool and business weekend, you know, just to get together with the girls. So make that's going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, again, the 26th and 27th. And then encourage your women to attend. It is just going to be such a blessing on you and them. So, okay, moving on. Cozy, okay. For all of you new and long-term brand partners, I want to talk a little bit about the importance of Cozy. If you're not familiar with Cozy, please go to ucrewnation.com. Look in the, it should be under the training tab. You should have received that information when you came into the business. If you are not familiar with what I'm talking about, you need to follow up with your sponsor and get in there, okay? With Cozy, I need you guys to be booking your View Viseo events properly. It's really important and it's powerful to get that information easily at hand for the brand partners in your area. You want your events to be big. They're more powerful when you've got a presence, okay? And not everybody has a presence right off the bat with just their own personal team. So please book that information in Cozy and make sure you're logging it in properly. You're going to want to go in Cozy. You're going to want to post your event notated with some stars or something that's eye-catching. View the SEO event and then the location. And then under the notes section, you're going to make sure that you've got the host listed. You're going to make sure that you've got the speakers and the physical address. You can even put a contact number in there for anybody that needs more specific information than that. But just make sure that information and that content is in there. It's going to save a lot of headaches later when people are, really trying to grab this information. It's going to push people to those events, and it's going to help share the SEO and everything that comes along with that we know is awesome. So make sure you guys are doing that. And moving on, gosh, I see so many great faces. Thank you guys for jumping on tonight. Back to what we initially started with, when I first saw the SEO, I did not see this as a business opportunity. I saw this as my husband imposing his will and getting us into this expensive thing that had no product, no website, no anything. And I was not happy. I was in personally a really bad place. I was suffering chronic pain, a lot of different ailments. And for me, the idea of working another business when my husband was working so hard and I barely saw him already, it did not appeal to me. He was persistent, which is part of why we've been, getting the success that we get. Fortune's in the follow-up. But, once we started getting our products in, I started taking our products and I realized what we really had and how amazing it was and how life-changing it could be. If it was this life-changing for me, how could it not, help somebody else? Or how could I not share it with other people, not realizing maybe the impact that it could have on them. And that's really when we started getting fired up. Within our first year, we were able to cut my husband back to part-time at his regular 9 to 5, AKA 12 to 12s.
12-hour shifts in the hospital in the ER.
Yeah, and it was very stressful for our family. So being able to bring him home, he really benefit from the time freedom aspect of what this business has to offer. Where for me, I'm truly a product of the product. I am medication free. I'm sleeping better than I have in my my sleep cycle has regulated itself. And it's just, I've benefited, from this in so many different ways that, it's made us realize that we can't not work this as a business. It wasn't something that we came in with the mindset of doing from the get-go, but it did bring a few things apparent to us. And, regardless of what you decide to do when you come into this, whether you want to, get your belief built or you want to build a massive business, again, the one thing you can't do is quit. We want to talk tonight about the importance of your back office and knowing some of the basics of your back office so that whether you decide to work it now, work it later, we want to make sure that you don't lose out any of the amazing, wonderful benefits Sutton Theo has, they've really put us in a position to win. So we're going to do a little back office training. I know we were having some technical issues with the Theo website in the back office, even like 20 minutes ago, but it is up and running.
It's back up and running now.
If you guys are able, please log into your back offices, and we're just going to talk a little bit about LCP, following the system, and why your LCP is just so incredibly important to your business. So moving on, I'm going to let Jeremy kind of take it away, and we're going to just walk you through setting up your LCP, when you want to do that, and when you're helping your team expand and grow, how you can take an active role in helping them do this, and what this is going to do for your business.
Mm-hmm. So I want to get some a little bit of interaction from all you guys too. Is everyone familiar with how to enroll a new brand partner in your back office? Just, you can put yes or no in the comments, or a thumbs up, or let me see you guys on. I can only see about half of you on the camera, so. All right, let's see.
Seeing some thumbs up.
Let's see. Yes. Yeah,
I've seen some no's too. Okay,
some no's. Okay. So real quickly, I'm going to share with you our screen real quick. Let's see. Just give me a second. It's coming through. Okay. All right. Let's see.
This is actually perfect time. It's going to give you a minute to log in if you're.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and log into your back office so we can roll through this real quick.
Okay. And while he's getting that set up, I'm just going to continue on a little bit. So if you're having customer service help you enroll a new brand partner, you need to understand that they will not set up an LCP date for your new brand partner. I'm telling you this, and I need you to understand the importance of this, because a lot of people are coming in, they're placing their first initial order, and then they're going inactive because they never set up their LCP. If you do not actively help your new brand partner or enroll them yourself, and they're not getting their LCP set up, it's very confusing when you first join to know to go in there and what buttons to push. The back office can be very confusing and challenging in the beginning, especially with all of the information that's coming at you. So guys, if you're helping your person go through and set up when they're initially enrolling, you have to set their LCP up right then and there.
Yep.
Best thing you can ever do for your business from the back office perspective, because that is your residual income, guys.
It needs to be 160 too, just like Ricky was talking about last night. It needs to be 160, because just don't even talk about 80. Go ahead and get them set up on 160. It's not going to come out for another month. That's going to give them 28 days to go ahead and start building their business. You're going to help them build a business. Your team's going to help them build. We're going to help them build. We're going to start getting them plugged into the system and getting them duplicating. So in the next 28 days, they're not going to worry about whether they have the fund, the $200 to manage their business, because they're going to be already getting commission checks. And then we're going to teach them how to then take that payout, and they're going to be able to pay for their LCP directly out of their commissions. So it's not even going to affect their personal account. Can everyone see this back office okay?
Probably do full screen.
Let's see. Where's the full screen at? Sorry, this is we're still trying to get used to all this.
Okay.
Can everyone see this okay? I don't know. Where's there's the comments there. All right. Sorry, 1 second. Let's see. Yes. Perfect. All right. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. So now you're going to go to, this is on the phone. So it's, this is a phone-based business. So we're just going to keep it that way, make it simple. You can run the whole business from your phone. So truly there's everyone has a smartphone nowadays. So there's truly no reason why we can't, we can't do this and manage our business from the phone. So we'll go to this upper portion right up here, and we're going to select enroll. And then we're going to either choose enroll customer or brand partner. In this case, we're going to choose brand partner. And then we're going to select the market. It's going to be United States. Join now. We're going to pick either the Spanish. Make sure you pay attention to this, either Spanish or English enrollment right here. And then you're going to hit add order. And then you're going to help them pick their package of products out. And then move on to adding in their personal information, credit card, submit it. And then on the next screen after this, you're going to, let's just do this, like add to order. And then you're going to continue. And then you're going to have them pick their initial package of products. We're all pushing builder packs, so we're going to have them select the builder pack. And as soon as I find the builder pack. And,
and why builder packs? We talked about this last week, guys. Builder packs are going to get you the quickest way to build your business, as well as qualify you for that double PIB. Okay, as long as the company is running double PIB, and even when they're not, when they bring it back, you want your brand partner to be able to take part of that. If they don't come in at a builder pack, they're not going to be able to take advantage of that, or they're going to have to upgrade to take advantage of that. So that's the package that you're wanting to push, okay?
You're going to continue after you pick the builder pack, and you select one, and then you continue. The next page it takes you to, the LCP is kind of hidden, but this is the exact same page, but it's LCP. You can kind of see that right there, LCP auto ship. Go ahead and select whatever, at least a minimum of 160 of a point volume, and then you're going to go ahead and go down to the bottom and hit continue, and then boom, that's it. Then you'll set up the personal information, credit card, submit, you're done, LCP set up.
That's the easiest way to get them set up, but what you're going to find, and something that we found a lot in not just our organization, but some of our downline, is that people were not set up initially on LCP correctly, and they were losing on a lot of points. This is not something that you want to have happen in your organization. If you are truly looking at this business with the right eyes, you want residual income. And if you've got brand partners that are missing out on points, or they're going inactive each month because their LCP date is not accurately set up, you're missing out on that residual income. The cycles, the way that they work is... I'm going to go ahead and explain that to you, actually. Go ahead and put in the comments if you understand how the cycles work, the 240 and the 480, how those cycle out and how that works and how you get paid on that. Does everyone understand how that works? I'm going to go over it either way, so it's okay if you don't. Just let us know, just so we can kind of have an idea. So basically, what you're going to do is every time your lesser leg has 240 points on it, and your longer leg has 480 points on it, that's going to complete a cycle, and that's $28. Every time that duplicates, 240, 480, 240, 480, then you're going to be at $28, $28, $28. And that's just one way we get paid. That's your team commission bonus, basically, or your team commissions. And the way we figured that out is, say you hit gold. Just for instance, I took some points, I took some numbers. Say you hit 6,000 points on your lesser leg, which gets you to gold, and then however many you have on the longer leg, it's obviously more than 6,000. You're going to take that, and your 240 and your 480 are going to cycle out. 240 will go into 6,000 points 25 times. So you take 25 times, now you multiply that by $28, and that equals $700. So that week, just from hitting gold, that one way alone, you're going to get $700. Then, say you go and enroll 2 builders packs in the same week, you're going to get double PIB, which is the 40% PIB. That is then going to equal, that in itself is going to equal about $960. You add that up just for 2 builder packs, and say you hit gold that week, and you get that $700 just in those cycles, those 25 cycles. You're looking at a check of about it's going to be those 2 ways are $1,660, but you're actually going to end up hitting more than that, because you're also going to get team commission matching bonus, which is why you're on 160 PV, because once you hit bronze or above, and you're on 160 PV, you're going to get team commission matching bonus. That's where you go down first generation, second generation, all the way to 7th, and you're going to get paid 20%, 15%, 10%, 5%, 5%, 5%.
So everything that all those generations do, you're going to get a percentage of that. And that's not taking it out of their check. That's just on top of what your generations are getting paid already.
And to drive home what he's saying, 80 LCP or your personal volume at 80 each month, that keeps you active, okay? That is the bare minimum. It keeps you active. Your 160 gets you
paid all the different ways
all
you
of
can
these
possibly
different ways of getting paid your commissions, okay? And that is why the 160 is so important. So incredibly important, okay? Also, with that double PIV, if you're not on 160 LCP, it doesn't matter if it hasn't cycled through yet. If you're not on 160, you will not get double PIV.
That's right, Jenny. All the money at 160.
80 will not get you double PIV.
Nope.
And you're going to be severely disappointed when you're getting 20% of that product introductory bonus when
for
you
the
could have
builder's
been
tax instead of
getting
40%.
40.
Yep.
So don't lose out on these commissions, guys. Don't lose out. Don't maximize your business. Your business should be predictable.
And you want to explain everything we're going over right now. I hope everyone's writing this down, because this is what you want to be explaining to your new brand partners, because when they come in, it's everything. There's going to be a lot of overwhelming information. There's a lot to figure out. This 240, 480, double PIV, 40%, 20%, just a lot of information, a lot of numbers coming at somebody all at once. So in order for them to be successful and for you to be successful, you have to know this and you have to explain to them, hey, we need to set you up on 160 PV right now. It's not going to come out for another 28 days. We got a month to get you going, get you growing.
That's right.
Build your
plenty of time to get you on that gold track that we talked about last week.
Just like Mario talked about last week.
Right.
Yep, it's powerful. So then, so like I said, you can stay on 80 at a minimum, but 160 is optimum. 160 is going to get you all the money. And also the other thing is whenever you go in, this is very important. I need everyone to listen on this. Whenever you go in, because I just noticed another brand partner that we had just lost 150,000 points that we have to get reinstated now, just because of not his issue, but there's something with the system that we're working on. Anytime you go in and you change your LCP at all, like change your products, change anything on your LCP, if you go on and you hit edit LCP, you need to watch and make sure that your date is not being changed, because there is a drop-down calendar box that will only allow from that day forward for you to be able to select 30 days or 28 days from today. So you need to go on and make sure as soon as you're editing anything on your LCP, your products, anything, make sure that you look at your last order date, whatever your last order LCP was, and then make sure it's 28 days from then. So even in, say 28 days from your last order is 7 days from now, make sure that date set is 7 days from now on the 28th day. Otherwise, you may go into further than 28 days, and all of a sudden that cycles through, and boom, you lost all your points.
You've gone inactive. And you're hitting a requalification week where you're going a week without being on LCP, and you just lost all your points. Devastating when you're building a massive business, especially if you're not paying attention to your back office. So please be aware of your LCP date. Be aware of what a 28-day cycle is. It is important. Okay, just because you place products once a month and you're nervous to go on LCP, or you're telling your brand partners that as long as they place a product order once a month that it's going to be good enough, it's not. Okay, things happen, people forget, people stop looking, they stop paying attention, they stop to pay attention. We personally have been going back through, and it's a little bit of extra work, and I don't want you guys to get in management mode, okay, because you guys need to recruit, you need to be constantly building, but listen, you have to know the bare basics of your back office in order to keep your business going in the right direction. Otherwise, you're working with a cold market, bringing new people in, but what about those people that have already come into your organization? That's the easy part of what we're doing here. Those people are hot. They're on it. They wanted it. They saw it. They're in your business already. So you've got to look out for your people. Okay, we've already brought back in the last week, maybe 3 or 4 people that had no idea that they were going inactive each month. That is sad. Okay, and it made it very clear to us when we were given the opportunity to come and train with you guys that this was something that everybody needs to be aware of. Make sure that you know what that 28-day cycle is. When you edit, count 28 days from the day you place that order or when your last order was, and make sure that your date is set appropriately, not just appropriately, but then backdate, okay? We like to go.
We like to set up our, say your 28 days falls on a Friday. Well, from that Tuesday until that Friday, you're technically inactive. You haven't lost your points yet, but you're technically inactive. So what we like to do is, and have all of our team members, we always like to have our LCP go through on a Tuesday, the first day of the week. So like today, if your LCP is set to go through at any point this week, set it for your first day, because it gets very confusing when you look on your back office, or you look in your back office, and all of a sudden you see you have personally enrolled on the left, personally enrolled on the right, and now those numbers have dropped down a little bit. And you're like, whoa, hold on, what's going on? And now you're calling customer support and trying to figure it all out, when really it's just a requalification week, which basically just means that their LCP hasn't hit yet. Their LCP may not hit until Monday, the day before the new week, which is that can be a little nerve-wracking at times when you're trying to figure all this out, and you have no idea why they're inactive. They haven't lost their points, but until that LCP cycles through, then boom, they'll pop back up. Then your personally enrolled active left and personally enrolled active right, those will show back up to where they were before the previous week. So I always recommend always see what your 28-day mark is. If your 28-day mark falls on anything except for a Tuesday, backdate it to that previous Tuesday, where it may go through on the 20th or the 21st, the 22nd day instead of the 28th. But at least from then on, your LCP will come through on a Tuesday instead of another day. And let's see. And so we have another example here. I'll show you real quick yeah, and that's right, Stacy. You have to come into the builder pack in order to qualify for the double PIB. And as of right now, that is going through the end of this month.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm going to share the screen again with you.
We'll keep it anonymous, but we're going to look at some points on this back office and kind of give you guys an idea of what we're talking about as far as the cycles go, and just why it's so important. Again, you can get it set back up.
Technology.
You can't live with it, or you can't live without it.
No, of course it's not working. So
okay, so we're not going to do that. But guys, I mean, that's just the little bit that we wanted to touch on. I know there's so much to learn in the back office. But the LCP is really what builds your business, and it keeps your business going. It's your residual income. It's the heart of all of your hard work and in that paying off. And really, guys,
make sure you explain to people too that when you first sign them up and you're putting them on this LCP, make sure you explain to them how the points work, the 240 and the 480. So you say, hey, look, as you're bringing new enrollments in, and we're bringing new enrollments in, you're going to start building points over time. If you come off of anything other than at least a minimum of 160, we're just going to stick with 160. If you have anything other than a 160, which is about $200 a month, it's going to you may build up points and then you're going to lose them all and go back down to zero. We don't want that, so let's just stay on 160. Let's go and pick it out now, set it up the first day that we enroll you, and that's it. We're going to leave it at that. And if you ever need to change your products, that's the other thing. Megan brought up a good point. You can change your products on your back office, but it doesn't hurt to call customer service. They're awesome. Call customer service and say, hey, can you just look and make sure when my LCP comes out that it's going to be at the 28 days or a little before, and tell them, hey, I want to set it up for that Tuesday, whatever that Tuesday is before.
That's right.
And then that way you're never going to lose your points. They're never going to lose their points. And everyone's happy. And because that's what we're here to do, is build a residual business. It's yes, we need to recruit and sign people up, but at the same time, over time, your LCP is truly, like Dela was saying, that's your residual business. That's where you're going to have the 240, the 480, and those are going to continue to cycle out over time as you build points.
And it's so exciting what we're doing here, and we have been set up for success. As you go, I always like to tell my team, you learn as you grow. And that truly is how this business is. It's not a race. I mean, people love to build quickly. They love to get successful quick. And, you know, a lot of people are finding that type of success. But, you know, for us, we've been in this business for 2 years and have seen the most momentum in our business and the most amount of consistency from our team just with this CBD product that's come out. Guys, you will get there. You will get there. Don't quit. Hang in there. Stay on your LCP. We have, and this is this will be our last point. We'll wrap it up for the night, but we have one brand partner that we brought in. He did absolutely nothing with the business but stay on his LCP. And it's been incredible. He brought one person in, okay, just one. He signed one brand partner up. And that person went on to bring in Sylvia Lloyd. Say hi, wave. She is one of the company's biggest builders. She is no joke. And she is building 2 legs out by herself. So none of us can complain, okay? She's got, her sponsor is not putting people under her right now at this moment. And she is killing it, right? And this person that just shared the sale with one person, again, has close to 200,000 points just by staying on LCP.
Yep.
When he's ready to build this, it's going to explode. It's going to explode. And that is how this business works. You don't lose unless you quit. So hang in there. Again, we are Jeremy and Dela Baldwin. And do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, if you have any questions, in the meantime, I'm going to just go over, I'll touch on one more thing real quickly. In your back office, if you go to the menu tab, I'm not going to share the screen because I don't think it's working right now, but if you go to the menu tab, down at the bottom, you go to settings, you can change your username, your password, your account, your profile picture. Make sure you have a profile picture put up, your address, your billing, notifications, and also another thing that's important is your placement. You can either choose to have your new enrollments personally, you can have them placed on your left leg, your right leg, or you can choose to have the computer automatically place them on your lesser leg. So that's totally up to you. Regardless, you know where you want to put your people. I would just make sure you go back in, check your visual tree, and just make sure that after they get enrolled, they are where you want them to be. Because if they're not, you have 72 hours to call corporate and customer service and have them change that. After 72 hours, they are where they are. Yep. So just make sure, always check and double check. If you have to do something, do it. Call customer service, have them walk you through it. That's what they're there for. So just reach out to them. I mean, call them at any time. They're awesome. You literally wait like 2 seconds and somebody answers. Okay. So Nicole, you asked a great question. If you have not been on 160 LCP and you've stayed at 80, and you know that you've got some big players coming in, or you're signing up a few builder packs and you want to make a 160 purchase prior to bringing those people in, that absolutely does qualify you for those bonuses. However, especially when your business starts taking off, you will not always have the time to remember how to do that. It's so easy to forget, which is why maintaining the 160 is so powerful. Yeah. Okay. Your business sometimes grows faster than you can keep up with. Okay. That happens for everybody in this business at some point, whether you are seasoned or you're new. Just don't quit. Yes, set yourself up for success by maintaining that 160. Okay. So another point too is when your question that you asked, Nicole, if you haven't stayed at 160, say you're on 80 and you go to enroll someone, even if you purchase 160, you do a one-time order and you purchase 160 points or even 80 points to get you to 160, the computer doesn't care about that. If your LCP is not actually set to 160 prior to enrolling 2 builders packs, the computer will not hit that check mark. They'll say, it'll say, all right, 1 person, 2 builder packs, one builder pack, 2 builder packs. It'll say LCP up there at 80, they get 20%, not 40%. So that's why it's so important to make sure that your LCP is actually set to 160, regardless of whatever orders you put in before that. And then, so hopefully that answers your question. Okay, just put in the comments if absolutely stay at 160. Okay, sounds good. And then what was that other question? and the difference in LCP and PV. So everything, because we're personal volume. So because we're on a universal system globally, we can't go off of US dollars. We have to go off of points.
Right.
So what that means is that every product is labeled with a point, whether it's 40 points, PV, CV. That's a commissionable volume, point volume.
It keeps it global.
It's all the same. It's just the point. Yep. We just call it points just to keep it simple. But you either have some products are 40 points, some are 80, and then like our CBD oil is 100 points.
And
so
your LCP, that's your auto ship. Okay,
yeah,
I like to look at it as your business overhead. Okay, if you had a traditional brick and mortar, you'd be paying rent, lights, utilities, you'd be paying for your equipment, all kinds of stuff.
Employees.
This is
all the overhead. Yeah.
So your LCP is really it's just keeping you up and going. Okay, because if you're not taking these products, then you're not sharing these products to the best of your ability. So it's powerful.
And another thing, if there's anyone out there that has not tried every single one of our products, you have to order it now. Go online, order the products that you have not actually tried yet. Because what happens is when you're talking to someone and someone's interested in that one product that you haven't personally tried yet, you're not going to sell it because you don't have a belief for it. You have not personally built your belief in it. Just like I tell people, like if you go to buy a car, you go to buy a truck at a Ford dealership, and the person that's trying to sell you that Ford drives a Chevy, they don't believe in what they're selling. So really, they're not. Why would you want to buy from someone? You can't trust them. And why would you want to buy from someone that doesn't believe in what they're selling? You have to believe in everything that you are sharing, selling, however you want to look at it. You just have to at least try every single one of the products so you have your own testimony for it and your own belief.
Is there any more questions, guys? We don't want to keep you too long. I know it's getting. It's been a little bit.
That's not really.
No, that's not terrible, but. Yes, so I have one more housekeeping. Also, creams will be shipping in the next
7 to
10 days. So again, yeah,
cream shipped.
So that's really exciting, guys. If you have not placed an order, do so that you can get that cream. They're doing that very, very, very friendly offer right now. I'm sure you guys do.
Listen, guys, if you haven't ordered a cream yet, order one. You may be getting a free cream in the mail as long as you order before they start shipping. So that's ASAP, right. Order that cream if you haven't already.
That's right. And that's one cream per household per total order. Yeah, it's not a buy one get one. I have to drive that home.
Let's clear that up. Some people are a little confused on that. It's not buy 5,000 get 5,000 free. It's buy one get one, or buy 5,000 get one. So you'll get one free cream per household. Just to clear that up, make sure there's no questions on that. So any more questions? Go ahead and feel free to type them in there. Otherwise, hopefully you got some good knowledge and nuggets from this.
We could go on and on about back office training for hours, but I know you.
Another thing that I think is really cool too that was updated with our last update is you can actually go into My Business and click on total check amount, and you can actually see what your check is going to be for that next Friday in live time. So even if you were to look at it now and then you went out and you sold some product to a customer and enrolled a new brand partner, you can go back in, click on total check amount, and boom, you'll see it updated wherever it's going to be for that following Friday. So that's really cool too.
Guys, don't be scared of your back office. Get in there.
Get familiar with it.
Look around. Play with it. And you know what? If you have any questions, again, your upline is there to help you. Your upline has signed on to be the time that you're leveraging, okay? Yep. But I also want to drive home how powerful customer service is. Do not only rely on your upline. Do your due diligence. Find out and seek out the information that you want to have and obtain, and let's grow, guys.
Let's do it. Don't quit. Do not quit. Stick with it.
Yes, and have a good night, guys.
Have a great night.